I really wanted to do Vlogmas this year. If you're not familiar with Vlogmas, it's basically making a video every single day leading up to Christmas, starting on December 1st. And it's often vlogs, obviously, that's in the name, but I just do not have the time or the energy to vlog right now. But I still wanted to participate somehow. I've actually always been really into Vlogmas as long as I've known about YouTube, and I thought it would be really fun to do it too. So instead, I'm going to be doing something called Chatmas, which will be every day in December leading up to Christmas, or at least as many days as I'm able to. I will be making a very simple video with a chat in it instead of a vlog. And I didn't think I was the first to come up with Chatmas. I thought somebody else must have come up with that already. So I did search for it on YouTube, and I found at least one other creator who started doing this in 2020. And when I was watching their video, they also said something about, I wish I had come up with this, but it's already been done. So anyways, I haven't been able to find like the origins of it. If anyone knows, please let me know, because I'd love to hear who was the first to come up with Chatmas. I'm also wondering why it hasn't like taken off more, because I think it's a cool idea. But anyways, that's my intro. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Ellie, it's December 6th, or it might be December 7th by the time I upload this video. Vlogmas starts on December 1st. And you are correct, but I started this channel partially in the hopes of fighting perfectionism. And so it's okay, is what I'm telling myself. It's okay that I did not start on December 1st. It's okay if I only get a few videos uploaded. I'm doing it for the outlet, for the fun of it, for the connection with my subscribers. Hello, everyone. And yeah, today's chat rather, is going to be about external validation, because it's what's on my mind the most right now. And I don't really have any big ideas or suggestions on how to cope with this, or how to reframe or validate yourself. It's more of just sharing what I'm struggling with in hopes that it might help someone feel less alone if you're struggling with this too. I know I am always grateful for when people share what they're struggling with, and, I can relate. So that's my disclaimer. I don't have any great ideas, and hey, if you have great ideas, please put them down below, because I'd love to read them. But basically, I'm just really frustrated right now with the desire for external validation and the way that I can get so stuck on it. I would absolutely love to be able to validate myself all the time and not feel that need for validation from others. But I feel the need so strongly, obviously sometimes more strongly than others, but in general, pretty strongly, pretty often. And it is something that I've been struggling with a lot lately, like extra. I've been kind of coming to terms with the fact that I've been doing a lot of chasing over the last 6 months or so, off and on. And there have been, seasons where I've done less chasing, but I've definitely done a lot of chasing of the validation of other people. And because I have anxious attachment, if someone is not giving me mutual interest and effort, And if I am the one reaching out more, reaching out first, all of those things, then it just makes me even more hooked on them, and it makes me chase them even more. And it makes me so obsessed sometimes with getting their validation. It's like the more someone ignores me, or even they don't even have to be ignoring me, but they're just like not returning my level of, interaction or interest, or I'm out of words to describe that at the moment. But wait, where was that sentence going? The more, yeah, you know what? I completely lost it, but I'm just gonna press on. Basically, when that dynamic is present between me and another person, it just makes me that much more focused on getting their validation. And the question that I keep asking myself is, what is wrong with me? Why don't they like me more? Why don't they want to spend more time with me? What is it about me that's not good enough for them? What is it about other people that makes them like those other people more than me? And I just get so focused on what that person that I'm chasing, what they're thinking, what they're feeling. And I forget to turn that focus back on myself and try to pour into myself with love and care and all the things that I'm wanting from other people. And I think something that sometimes like confuses me a little bit, just thinking out loud here, is like how to find a good balance, because obviously we are social beings, social creatures. And so relationships are so important, obviously. And being there for each other, having community, like all of those things are really powerful and important and such a big part of who we are. And they're good things. And at the same time, I really do believe that like the most important relationship we have is with ourselves. And so I think it can just be really hard to find a good balance between those two ideas. And I struggle sometimes to like make that make a lot of sense in my mind. I can very easily swing to like one extreme or the other, whereas I think having a good balance is actually ultimately what is the healthiest. So I think it's going to be a long journey of trying to figure this out. And I'm reminding myself that that's okay. And I want to remind you that that's okay. We don't have to. Healing is not a destination, it's a journey. That sounds really cheesy and trite, but I find those simple reminders really helpful. And one thing that I've just kind of been returning to over the last few days is an affirmation that really hits home for me, which is, I am lovable just as I am, and I don't need to chase anyone's affection. And I do feel a lot of peace when I remind myself of that. It's very simple, but it's like a way of returning to myself. I can get so in my head, and I feel like I'm just like out there, like, I don't know if this makes sense at all, but like out there in the ether somewhere, just like floating around and like looking for something and someone to like grab onto that can ground me and make me feel okay. And, I don't feel super safe generally in my own body because of complex PTSD, trauma, all the issues that come out of that, attachment issues, and Being with myself is often just like really, really uncomfortable and really scary. And so having these little things that help return me to myself are, whenever I find one, I am so, so grateful. So yeah, that's something that I've been trying the last few days, and it has been helping. Just like a super simple affirmation that I can say to myself. My only problem is that like when I'm walking around, I talk to myself out loud on accident and I don't even realize I'm doing it. So I'm trying to break that habit just because, like, number one, I don't want people to hear my private thoughts. But number two, I also don't want to disturb anyone. So yeah, just, just keep that in mind, that I'm walking around my neighborhood, walking my dog or whatever, or I'm like on a break at work and I I pass someone and I'm probably saying, I am lovable just as I am and I don't need to chase anyone's affection. But hey, maybe that stranger needs to hear that message too, and then they can say it to themselves. And I hope you say it to yourself, because you are lovable just as you are too. This was pretty fun. I like this Chatmas thing, and I think I'm gonna upload this video without even editing it. Wow, that is progress when it comes to the perfectionism. I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back. All right, I guess I'll see you in the next Chatmas video. Bye. That was a weird ending.